Hey everyone, so if you want to teach your dog to heel and your dog's food motivated, then check this video out. We're going to talk about using food to reinforce this, and specifically we're going to talk about reward placement. Reward placement is just a fancy term for where you're giving your dog the treat. Are you giving it out in front of you? Are you giving it across your body? Reward placement is really important because if you're not giving the treat in the right spot, your dog might get into the habit of walking in the wrong position. So where exactly do we want our dog to be? We're going to focus on our dog's head position. The head is the most important part of the body when you're training heeling because your dog's body follows their head. So we want our dog's head to be in line with our leg. So now going back to reward placement, we want to bring the food to that exact spot where we want our dog's head to be. So make sure you're always feeding your dog right next to your leg. If you're consistently doing this, then your dog will want to stay in that area. If you're often giving the treat out in front of you, your dog will probably gravitate out in front. We call this forging. If you're giving the treat across your body, you're letting your dog cross in front of you, your dog will gravitate towards that direction. We call this crowding. So with a young puppy just learning this, we make quick, frequent rewards. So when your dog is approximately in the right spot, you're gonna mark and then bring the food to that spot. Touch. Yes! Yeah. Yes! Good girl! Good job! Yes! Good girl! If you mark, but then your dog goes out in front of you, don't bring the food to them up there. You can either just lure them back to the right position and feed them there. Yes! Good girl, nice job! Good job! Or you can honestly just not reward them and try again. Yes! There it is, that's the right. It's not the end of the world if you occasionally don't give your dog a treat after you mark. Just don't make a huge habit of it. And if you're having trouble getting the food to your dog fast enough, then you can just hold the food in your hand as you're walking. With this, it's more important that you're giving your dog the food in the same spot every time. The more consistent you are, the more consistent your dog will be. So lastly, which hand should you use, your left or your right? If your dog is heeling on your left side, it's much easier for most people to feed out of their left hand. If you're feeding out of your right hand, you can do this, but you really have to reach across your body to make sure you're giving the treat in that same exact spot. It's fairly easy for me to do this because I have long arms and I'm pretty flexible. So if you're using your right hand, just make sure that your dog's not crossing in front of you to take the food. Make sure whether you're using your left or right that you're always giving the treat in the same spot. And that's it for this video. There are of course many other things you need to do if you want to reinforce heeling, but this is just one of the tools that really helps if your dog is food motivated and likes treats.